Merits and demerits of monopoly. So let's look at some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages of having a monopolistic condition in the market. Let's look at the advantages. The first one is that there can be a certain level of efficiencies which can be built around through monopolistic condition. So let's say there were two firms, F1 and F2, who were manufacturing the same product. Okay. Now, because of certain reason, which could be high cost of producing this, both F1 and F2 were supposed to incur very high cost because they had to duplicate, let's say for example, fixed asset, plant and machinery, manpower, and maybe certain other reasons. So because of this, what they did was they came together and they formed a monopoly. Now what will happen is that because they merged, they don't need to duplicate their costs in terms of any of these factors of production, right? And that will together give them some efficiencies. Let's say even on the marketing spend, both of them might be marketing, right? But once they came together, there was no need for marketing because they were the only guys who were producing this product. So some efficiencies can be built around through monopoly. The second, ability to invest in research and development. So once these two firms combine, they can significantly cut down on all these costs, right? And once they do this, the advantage is that the same money which has been saved can be used to develop further stuff through research and development, right? So there can be a lot more innovation. This guy may come up with some idea which he may vouch for. This guy may come up with some idea which he may vouch for. They may together spend money on research and development and develop some new products, right? Now let's see some of the disadvantages. So what happens is whenever the monopoly kicks in, normally the producer produces less. Now what does this result in? So let's say the total requirement of people or the demand was 100. Instead of producing 100, he produces only 80. Because of which these people who were to buy are going to fight for this. And the only way they can fight off this is by paying a higher price. So it might just be that the producer actually can produce 100, but he does not produce 100 because he wants to increase the price, jack up the prices. So by not utilizing the entire capacity, what can happen is that in such a case there is non-use of factor of production. So incidentally, the efficiencies can be built, but inefficiencies can also be built at the same time, right? The second thing is that quality of goods may deteriorate. Now this guy knows, the producer knows, whatever I may produce, whether it is of good quality or of inferior quality, is going to sell. So he will start producing this if this can be produced at low cost. Okay, so therefore the quality of goods which is provided to people, to the consumers, go down, and therefore this is not desirable from a social perspective. Social, what do I write? Socially undesirable. Then he can take basically anyone and everyone to ransom. Competition is always healthy for an economy, right? So these are the broad advantages or merits and demerits of a monopoly.